We're going to go ahead and bring up our commentators here over the next match. It is James Bott and Jorby. Guys, what are you thinking about this setup?
Well, all I got to say is that Chiefs is the only one on the analyst desk that knows what the heck he's talking about.
I mean, I think that's a bold statement, but he is right on this one. I will give him that. I mean, I don't always agree with the Chiefs, but I think Savage is definitely the favorite here, especially with Gibbs was the one. You were the one, Gibbs, listing off all the losses that they had, and then you're picking them. I don't understand that.
He's guessing. You know how it goes.
Gibbs guessing. Excuse me, Jorby. Like, I was giving you so many compliments backstage, and now you're just betraying me like this. I don't like it at all.
I'm just relying on that new guy luck. You know, that's what I'm hoping comes in. I'm just going to clutch it out purely out of, like, I don't know any better, guys.
Don't worry, Fred. Your time's coming.
Look at this. Like, he's wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day. There's a lot of
analyst jacket. Yeah.
There is a lot going on, guys, but I'm going to hand it over to you, and let's see what happens here between Rogue and Savage.
All right. Thank you, Dreadnought. And they talked a lot about both teams, but one thing that they were talking about that I thought was interesting that they didn't really delve too much into was Prime Thunder leaving for Kronovi and whether or not Prime Thunder was the right choice on the team to kick.
You know,
I wanted to get your thoughts.
It's a tough call because, you know, you look back at Rogue's seasons and their journey to where they are now. They were previously FlyQuest. They came through the rival series, qualified for RLCS, and then had to fight to avoid going back to the promotion and relegation tournament. So they narrowly missed out on that. And one of the series that I will remember that stuck with me was how well Prime Thunder played against Cloud9. And it really was his offensive ability, his ability to elevate the team on the attack that helped them get that win. He had some special magic that he could make happen out on the field. And now Kronovi is the guy who's coming in to replace him, is a name that we're all familiar with. He was the first ever world champion back in season 1. He won E-League. Kronovi, recently didn't even get a chance to defend the title. So he's had ups and downs, but Kronovi is a player that we have known since the beginning of Rocket League. He even played the prequel. And so can Kronovi's magic, can his playstyle come in and help Rogue start getting these wins? Because Gibbs was listing off the losses, and they need to start getting those wins now. Even though the RLCS hasn't started, with the Pro Circuit now, this is the big time. There is no time to really have off seasons. So now is when they need to really step up. And Kronovi, keep your eye on him. How's he going to do it? And this is a powerhouse young gun lineup that they're going up against in Savage.
Yeah, and all weekend we're going to be talking about rosters that have made tons of changes. And Rogue is in that feeling out period with Kronovi and still trying to figure out what their identity is as a team, because I don't think they've exactly figured that part out. On the other side, for Savage, these guys have been there before. Alpha 54, yes, he's the new face, but he has Bluey and Devo to rely on to kind of almost forward the load for him to be able to carry him through. And when I say carry him through, I don't mean carry them in game. I just mean kind of maybe settle him down a little bit. But we're already going to get into it. Game number 1, it is a best of 5 between Savage and Rogue.
Yeah, the crowd already getting into it. And now a chance, AJ!
Ooh! AJ making waves big time. Gibbs says he likes him a lot. He shows you why right here.
Oh, AJ, that was incredible. That double tap, making his mark right off the start. What a shot from him, being able to make that read, and a good first touch to set him up.
And so...
And you can see there's a little bit of delayed replay.
Off from the side wall. And players do double taps off the backboard all the time nowadays. It's basically unimpressive at this point.
Well, I mean, obviously a little observer hiccup there, but we're right back into it. But still, AJ, he's a player that we didn't really talk too much about. AJ in the rival series, though, was a big part of the offense, him and Prime Thunder working together. So AJ making his mark early.
And also moving down the pitch as well, Bluey able to find another touch, but back to the other side. And Bluey again from the corner. Can he get back to it? Kronovi able to challenge him up close to the corner. Another challenge from Wonder. AJ off the back wall, puts it in on the second goal for AJ.
And you see here, look at Devo on this replay. Looks like we might be having some more issues. Maybe it even appears it could be a replay-related issues. Who knows? But if we get another look at this replay, you'll see Devo tried to flip into position. He accidentally messed that up. Wasn't able to get into position to make the save. Look right here on the replay. Devo trying to half flip back. Maybe he just didn't have enough boost to make the play. But still, good start from Rogue.
And it's what you wanted to see from Rogue as well, is kind of establish early pressure. And on the far side with Kronovi, just making that challenge in that upper corner on the left side allowed the play to continue for Rogue. And Savage down 2-0 early here. A long clear. AJ picks this one up again off the ceiling, chasing it down and away, flips it over one, but
I mean,
Bluey's there for the
he
save.
wave dashed on the ceiling right there and then went for a flip reset. AJ, a lot of good mechanics. Very confident play from Rogue.
Bluey trying to work his way past AJ, but AJ gets it back over to Crow. Crow making a lot out of a little with the amount of boost he had. AJ keeping that one alive right over to Wonder, and it's knocked away to the side. So Rogue keeping this pressure up a minute and a half into the game. And Devo tried to push up as well, but the ball got away from him. And again, Savage struggling to clear this ball out of the orange half. Here's AJ from the corner, gets a second touch onto it. Wonder can't get there in time. Kronovi playing it out to the corner away from Savage.
And, you know, we're starting to get a glimpse of how Kronovi's going to fit in to this roster, especially in a live event setting where a lot changes, you know, emotions, your mentality. So we're starting to see AJ taking a leadership role on the offensive side of the ball, and that's been working out for him.
Wonder able to easily defend that away high off the backboard. Kronovi gonna pick this up as well. Savage putting together a good sequence here. Getting things going in the blue half off the challenge, not able to make it there. Bluey trying to take that pass from Devo. That shot back over to Bluey, but defended by Wonder. AJ with the follow-up to move it downfield, so well defended by Rogue. And Crow just under that ball, and actually way under that ball. Savage able to clear it out again. So halfway through, James, and you know, we talk about Rogue wanting to get better on defense. We've seen that so far. Savage has had one or two really decent sequences. No real high pressure shots just yet from that team, but they've done well so far.
And then another good chance right here. Wonder and Rogue putting the pressure on, forcing a double commit right there.
And again from midfield, Kronovi able to win the challenge cleanly. Don't even think Savage got a touch on the ball. Devo staying with it the whole way.
That was so
expertly done by Devo.
And that was so important that he stuck with that, because had he not stayed with that and air dribbled it to safety, you saw that Rogue player just waiting to blast that into the net. So good play, but another pass, and Rogue's pressure overwhelming Savage.
AJ couldn't get back to that. Alpha 54 able to clear it. The pass to Bluey's cuts in. A great save. Bluey's shot denied. Savage still not on the board.
And already we're seeing Kronovi take a very defensive role in the back, and a big save from him right there. It seemed like that was surely going to be a goal for Savage, but Kronovi knocking it to the side, barely getting it to hit off the post.
Wonder's ball right there from midfield. AJ able to continue to move. And Alpha 54 back to Bluey, challenged by Kronovi off the back wall. Shot is way wide there. And Rogue forced back off the demo. Savage have another opportunity here. Bluey flips over one, picks up the goal, and they pull within one here in game one.
And plenty of time left on the clock, 52 seconds, it's under a minute, and Bluey just doing it all by himself, getting it by two defenders. That flick catching out the final defender. And now Savage within striking distance. Can they do it?
And off the kickoff. It will go the way of Savage. Bluey off the ceiling. Just kind of dumps it back to the box. Alpha 54 now going to keep the play alive. Staying with it, trying to get back to it. Wonder able to make that save. Devo back over to center, but no one from Savage immediately able to follow up. A quick transition from Rogue, saved by Bluey.
And it looked like there was AJ waiting for that other pass, but a shot coming out instead. Now double commit on Rogue's side. We'll see if Savage can start this counterattack.
Oh, Devo off the crossbar, following it up, but it's blocked by AJ. Free ball here for Wonder. Clears it easily, 3-1. Rogue sealing the fates of Savage in game one.
Oh man, as soon as Kronovi missed that hit on the backboard, I thought it was a goal for Savage, and then we saw a double commit, both players not hitting it, and a wide open net for Rogue. This could have very easily been tied up right there, but that miss. And now Rogue's gonna take game one.
Yeah, 10 seconds to go. Really unlikely. Unless they score with time left. Devo off the kickoff. Never mind. We still got a game to play with 8 seconds left.
And again, Wonder just missed or not able to get the hit there. He absolutely needed to prevent that from coming out into the middle. Wasn't able to do it. And Devo keeping the dream alive. We've seen crazy goals like this before.
From Devo. Well, off the kickoff, they're going to have to do it here. Here's Devo again. Kicks it over to Alpha. Off to Bluey. Can he get there in time? The shot is against the back wall. Not going to do it. Rogue picking up game one, but a valiant effort by Savage.
I mean, it was a close call.
Yeah.
Even at the end, there were multiple chances for Savage to put one in. Mainly, I forget who it was that took the shot, but Kronovi's was the last player back in net. It was a perfect pass to the Savage player, and he put the shot in a spot where Kronovi could make the save. And then also, you think of the last shot of the game right there where it bounced off the backboard. Savage had two players go for it. They both missed, and it was just a wide open net for Wonder. And it was just a one-goal game. So Savage, despite, losing this game, they seemed like they had many opportunities.
The tone of this game was set by that first goal, right? AJ just getting that one right off the kickoff. And then they just kept the pressure up for the majority of this game. I mean, for the first half, it was all Rogue in the orange half of the field, it felt like.
Absolutely. Rogue, they kept great pressure, but at the same time, they allowed Savage to get back into the game, and they had a few defensive mistakes there, especially the one at the end that ended up netting them a goal. They weren't able to deny that backboard, so that kind of worked out for them, but you can't expect that type of play to continue to pay dividends, so we'll see if Savage bounces back. They almost brought it back in the game number one, and they certainly can bring it in game two.
Yeah, you feel like the momentum swings in their favor, picking up a couple of shots at the end. Savage going to look to try to tie this series up in this best of five, our very first series of DreamHack Leipzig. And Kronovi going to slowly move down the field against the backboard, waiting for the touch from Alpha. Wonder picking it up now, followed up quickly by Bluey. He gets the clear back to midfield, but Rogue up high is AJ again, and he's met cleanly by Alpha 54. So backboard defense was a pain point in game one for Savage, especially early in the game. It doesn't bite them here. They move down the field. Alpha's shot was high, but played away by AJ. Bluey, the pass over, not quite to Devo, just missed him.
And Devo had the right idea, good positioning there. But we also saw multiple double commits from Savage, both on offense and defense, so they're going to need to clean that up in game two.
Alpha trying to get back to that ball. A good play to get it back over to midfield. And Kronovi, quick follow-up there. Bluey just trying to keep the ball real close to him. Rogue threatening here off the crossbar.
And that seemed like another communication issue where Bluey, he was probably expecting somebody to come hit that off the side, but they just let Bluey continue with it, and it almost got Rogue a goal right there. So comms, not, at least from the outside, it appears like they're not working too well over on Savage.
And how much do you feel like nerves are playing into Alpha 54 and his performance in this? I mean, in game two, we've seen a couple of good touches, defensive touches from him, but game one, the struggles were very apparent, and they're struggling to get out of their own half even in game number two here so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think nerves also exacerbates issues with comms. So I think it's very much likely what could be happening right now. Alpha having to play on stage. But I mean, he's not the only one. It's the whole team right now.
Yeah, I mean, Bluey missing that pass from Alpha there. That's something that he typically hits. So Savage really looking out of form here against Rogue, and they're just taking advantage of it. That's a laser of a shot, but it was against the post.
And even still with some of these issues, they're keeping it really close. And they were very competitive in game one still. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. No goals in this series. Savage could come out and get that first goal.
A good challenge by Devo, clearing things up. A demo onto Bluey, going to get rid of the winger for Devo. And Alpha 54 trying to get back to it. AJ, the quick pass to move it downfield. Caught by Bluey and stays with it, gets it by one, but AJ's there to receive that rebound. Popped up against the corner.
And a lot of the plays from Rogue, we've been seeing them go for the double tap pass play off the corner.
Bluey back over to Devo. Savage slowly feels like they're starting to take control of the pitch, but it cleared again. Rogue are getting really solid clears. Savage controlling on the defensive end have allowed them to move down the pitch. No one has broke yet on either side. Great challenge by Alpha. Keep this play backed up in Rogue territory. Bluey from the corner, over one, can't get by AJ. Devo with a quick follow-up, cleared again by AJ, and Rogue stave off another assault by Savage.
And that was a zero boost play from AJ getting that win. So very big defensive play from AJ, getting him some space, but Savage right back on the attack.
Devo picking that one up. He's not going to be able to follow. But Bluey, ball high, no one challenging him on that. Gets the bump, but quickly followed up by AJ. Bluey wants to go for this. Devo calls him off. Devo, the second touch is going to be off the backboard. No good there. And just over a minute left. Savage knocking on the door, but they haven't been able to punch their way through just yet. Rogue backboard defense has been solid for the last 4 minutes. Alpha 54, another challenge off the ceiling. Played away again by AJ. Bluey gonna try again from midfield, but he loses the challenge off the corner. Wonder tries to get there, cleared away again. Wonder, wrap back around to Kronovi. Wonder gonna take this himself off the back wall. Shot is way wide. A huge opportunity squandered by Rogue.
Yeah, and it all started with Bluey losing that challenge at the midfield as well. So Rogue winning that battle there, almost getting that goal. Now Savage having their turn.
Devo can't play it out center. Now Wonder's got control. Flips it up. The demo, that was his support man, gone for AJ. We could have a 0-0 overtime. Another demo starting to come out. AJ slips under one, but Devo follows it up quickly. Another challenge. Bluey.
Lots of demos
back over to
coming
Devo.
out.
Ball bouncing high in the air. Finally cleared away. AJ gonna move down the field. 10 seconds left. Devo catches this one out, keeping the ball close. Got away from him off the bump from Rogue. A very physical game for the last minute. Still, nobody cracks.
And good opportunities on both sides of the field. But this is a very key game. Only a best of 5 at this point in the tournament. So if Rogue can get this win here, they force Savage into having to reverse sweep, which is so difficult, especially in a live environment like this.
And so Rogue, starting with Wonder, challenged by Alpha. And it's going to be cleared back right into Bluey. Bluey trying to get back to this ball, but side foot does him no favors. Devo lobs that one up against the back wall. Bluey with the challenge, high up in front of the box. AJ gets another touch. An almost dangerous situation for Rogue, cleansed by AJ.
And I've been liking what I'm seeing on the defensive side of the ball from AJ as well. He got the bump there on Bluey to prevent Bluey from trying to make a solo play happen, and then was able to hit the ball down the side. But now a chance.
Oh, Bluey just wide of the post. Can't do it. Another opportunity for Savage goes by the wayside. We saw Rogue blow a couple of those as well.
And you expect Bluey to make shots like that. But still, they're not out of it. Good touch from Devo.
And Crow's there to follow it up. Bluey stopped just a little bit, allowed him to get by Crow, made Crow hesitate as to whether he should have challenged it quickly. And now there's Devo. He flips over one, tries to get back to his own ball. He does, but Crow bumps him out of the way. Still followed up on the corner. And Wonder back towards that ball. Crow can't get back to it. AJ left to clear this ball away, and he does so. Well done. Devo from midfield back to Bluey. Challenged by Wonder, played it out to the corner. A quick challenge by Alpha 54, but Crow's there again to play it back to the side.
And this overtime, Savage maintaining all the pressure. Rogue just trying to get the ball out. They finally can do it.
And that shot blocked by Bluey as well.
Yeah, it was a good read from Bluey, get in front of that shooting lane. So we'll see if Rogue can start an attack of their own. Right now it's been all Savage.
AJ by one. That shot is in from Wonder. He puts it over to the far left. Tough for Savage to make the play. And Rogue are up 2-0 in the series here against Savage, looking to sweep them.
And you feel bad for Devo. They're kind of stuck in no man's land. He was on the wall, very low, right next to the post. He had no boost, and then that shot was just perfectly placed. AJ coming up with the MVP in the series, but Wonder hitting that overtime winner. So Rogue now 2-0 And that was a massive win for them as they inch ever closer to taking this first series.
And you mentioned it earlier in the game, how AJ was playing some really, really good defense. And I really think he truly was the MVP for Rogue in this, in game number 2.
That
Just
shot.
a great shot from Wonder. But the setup itself was also beautiful from AJ to get their only goal. And, you know, you gotta, everyone that I've talked to, at least as far as casters go, or any players, they love AJ. They think that he's just one of those players that keeps improving and he keeps doing better and better. And we see it in this game right here.
Absolutely. AJ, we weren't really talking about him too much. We were mainly focusing on the Kronovi roster move coming in and, you know, the Wonder Prime Thunder combo. But AJ had that massive game 1, even here, getting the assist over to Wonder. AJ playing really well. I think he has been excellent on the offense. We see Kronovi kind of staying back a little bit more and letting AJ shine, but still, that shot from Wonder was beautiful.
Absolutely.
That was a beautiful shot.
Minus the double commits from Savage, it feels like their issues right now are mostly purely mechanical. They're not hitting their passes.
Which is a
missing
surprise.
The ball. Absolutely. I mean, these are players that you don't say that
Yeah,
about.
Bluey had that open net that he could have hit that shot on. It was a very scoreable shot, and he wasn't able to sink it. So Savage, time running out for them. They've got to start winning right now, otherwise they will get one loss, and Gibbs made it very simple. You win 2 games, you're moving to day 2, you lose 2, you are out.
Yeah, I gave Achieves the credit, but it looks like Gibbs might get the last laugh, but we still got
Not
one more
over
game
yet.
for Rogue to win. Not just over quite yet.
It was a 1-goal game in both games 1 and 2.
Devo plays that one out towards midfield. Oh, and bumped Alpha 54, bumped into Bluey on the play. He does end up able to at least flip it forward, but he's challenged again by Rogue. Crow staying with this ball, able to tap it out to the side again. Alpha 54 easily blocked there by Wonder, but Savage knocking on the door. Can they do it here? There is blocked by AJ again. Devo touched the ball about
He
3
almost got
times.
the triple tap. He had the double tap off the ceiling, then put it off the backboard, almost got the hit into the net. So that would have been a highlight level shot. But Devo couldn't connect. It was good defense by Rogue.
Another pass from Alpha 54. Bluey just couldn't make the connection. Devo keeping it alive in the corner, but AJ again carries the ball himself out to midfield and catches it to move it the length. Pass over, the shot blocked by Bluey. AJ, follow up from midfield. He came the
love
whole
the
way from
placement.
midfield. No one from Savage challenged, and Rogue strike first.
And I love this placement from AJ, and it really was fantastic passing from Rogue all around. And that play from AJ to kick it all off. He had a dribble play and then was able to blast it off the corner in the corner of Savage to be able to start that attack. So we're having another issue here on the replay. I don't know what it is about scoring goals that makes it difficult to view replays, but we finally have it come through. And again, AJ turned around and you see this. He knows to go low. He saw that defender, Bluey, trying to go up and bank around the back of the goal. You see players do that a lot. So AJ made that decision to go low. It was a great decision, and that got him the first goal. AJ's offense elevating Rogue right now.
It feels like every DreamHack event, we have a player that just has that standout performance over the course of the weekend. This is obviously the first game of the season, and it looks like players questing, maybe we'll figure out what exactly is going on.
We're going to
here in
have
a
to wait
second.
to hear from admins on this one, because I'm certain that this is not gameplay that we would expect.
Not at all. It's back now, and so looks like the players maybe
Wonder's
will play
PC
on.
was frozen, apparently, is what I'm seeing in the player chat. But we will get confirmation on that shortly.
Either way.
And resolution to the issue, but the goal is going to stand. I mean, I would have to imagine that the goal is going to stand. That was an excellent play from Rogue. As we go to a quick pause right here, trying to get this situation sorted.
Yeah, and we'll figure out what exactly happened there. But just talking, we've been talking a lot about Rogue, and Rogue has been the team making the plays in this series so far. But again, Savage in Game 3, still these missed passes, missed touches that just aren't. They're not productive.
They definitely
for
seem a
Savage.
little bit
Struggling.
off. They definitely seem a little bit off. Rogue, on the other hand, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of AJ. I am loving his
He looks
play
great.
right now, even on the offensive side of the ball, but even on on the defense, he's been just making these small little plays like bumping Bluey out of the way, getting the ball to a safe spot. Even on this one, narrowly dodging a demo, keeping that control of the ball and dribbling it into the corner, blasting it off the corner to allow the ball to come out into the mid. And we saw Savage just scrambling to try to defend. And then the follow-up shot from AJ, putting it low, bouncing it underneath the defense. AJ, he is the player right now for Rogue. He is the guy helping him get these W's, the guy all the way on the left.
Yeah, absolutely. And Wonder as well. Wonder's a player that I feel personally that and right after the goal was scored is when we will get back into this game.
Resume
so the goal
right
will
after
stand,
the
and
goal.
We'll resume right after that goal happened for game number 3. But again, Wonder is a player that I feel has been really up and down over his course of being a professional player. Where
maybe he's a professional, but
sometimes it feels like he's on. Other times it feels like he's off. It feels like he's playing a solid role here, kind of just letting AJ lead the pack here for Rogue.
I mean, the last season of RLCS, I watched Wonder very closely, and he was like the rock. He was the foundation of that team. He played well pretty much the duration of the season. For me, I thought it was AJ that was kind of the guy who wasn't performing up to standards, and also Prime Thunder. He was very quiet for a lot of the time as well. But AJ, he was missing a lot of shots that you don't expect him to miss.
Right.
And although Wonder, I think he has been the rock even all last season, and now he's continuing to play well, and AJ is stepping up. That is the difference to me on why Rogue is succeeding right now in this first series. It is AJ. AJ is the reason.
I think I might keep getting my seasons mixed up because it's just the previous season
you are
Wonder
certainly entitled to your opinion.
That's fine, James.
You can have a wrong opinion as well, because the Chiefs has those all the time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we see right here Rogue up 2-0, and Chiefs doesn't know what he's talking about. So.
Well, I agreed with him on this one, so I'm wrong. My fair share. But I couldn't be, I wasn't expecting AJ to come out swinging like he was.
No.
And even just the mechanical plays. There was a play where he got bumped up to the ceiling, instantly recovered, like a Garrett-esque play. But, I mean, he didn't get a goal out of it, but AJ has just been responding very quickly. His mechanics are on point. His shots are on point. And you can't really say that about Savage. They have been struggling with their shooting. They've been struggling with their communications. It's rough for them. And also, with a roster like this, who is the team captain that's going to get your mentality back in the right zone?
That seems like the big thing with Savage is no rock. Like Wonder is a rock, but rock is a leadership role. For Rogue's roster change, and they're trying to find their identity, maybe this is the next step in them finding their identity with no Prime Thunder. Maybe it gives AJ that space to be the new star of Rogue, where Kronovi maybe does help them have a bit more of a defensive, a stalwart defense. And we're back into it. But we'll see if Savage can tie this game up, because if they can't, it'll be a 3-0 for Rogue. Devo back to Bluey. And AJ pitches that one up. Crow has to follow this up. Can't find the touch. Wonder challenged by Alpha 54. And speaking of Alpha 54, the new kid on the block, if you will, he's been able to move down the field a couple of times, but he's also struggled as well as Bluey and Devo. And you feel like if you want Savage to score a goal, he's got to find his way down the field and into the net.
I mean, they just need to start hitting these shots that, hitting their opportunities. They're just not doing it. Any one of them, anytime they get a chance where they need to, or they have the back of the net just sitting there wide open for them, they got to hit it.
Against the corner and against the back wall, trying to pull a defender out, but Bluey stays with it.
And that was a tough situation for Bluey. Had he had any boost at all in the tank, he would have been able to make a play on that ball, trying to get into position to dribble it, but he just had nothing, so he couldn't do anything.
AJ getting under this ball, gets another shot. AJ scores a second goal for Rogue. 2:22 left.
The flip reset textbook. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Getting his flip back right there when his tires touch the ball. And then top shelf. AJ is absolutely nutty right now.
The best player on this field, hands down, in this match. Alpha 54 gonna try to jumpstart this Savage offense. That ball rolling was blocked by Kronovi. Again, Kronovi there to play it out to the corner. And staying with it, Bluey can't get back to this ball. He does get that touch, allowing Alpha 54 to move back down to Rogue's corner.
And then Bluey getting bumped as well, so Devo had to kind of delay on his position, otherwise they'd risk overextending. Savage just doesn't look comfortable on the field.
Devo was a crucial challenge here in midfield for Savage, but Bluey able to get back to that ball. Kronovi plays it away from Savage yet again. Trying to find a way into this net. Bluey tapped up high. Alpha 54 under the ball. Devo able to clean that one up, but it's blocked away by Wonder. Kronovi able to clear the ball away for Rogue. Time not the best friend of Savage right now. 1:20. Yes, Rogue is only up by 2, but Savage's offense has been non-existent for the duration of this match.
They've been definitely struggling getting anything going, but a lot of it due to the physical play from Rogue, getting little bumps here and there, bumping Bluey from behind, forcing him to overextend. There's been a lot of little plays like that out of Rogue, just making Savage be in uncomfortable situations.
Kronovi tees it up really high. Bluey, he's going to go for his own flip reset, gets the touch down, but Wonder able to clear it away again. Kronovi, another follow-up.
That was a good idea, but just not enough pace on that. And that's going to sneak in.
Kronovi able to get that goal, 42 seconds left. And 3 is typically the benchmark that you see. When you get up 3 goals, that's usually the kiss of death for any team at the RLCS level. And with 42 seconds, even more so.
And I mean, plays like that are that's a Kronovi type play, right? Where he goes, challenges, gets the win, and instead of rotating out, immediately tries to go for that awkward shot and hits it. I wasn't even expecting it. So
I know, it just came out of nowhere, and Savage, for day number 1, got to remember in this group stage, 2 losses and you are out. 2 wins, you move to day 2. And so Savage likely have a long road ahead of them as they only have one more buffer match, if you will. They do score here. Devo carries it the length and able to pick up a goal, but
and
only
this was
17
a
seconds.
sick goal from Devo. He gets around the ball here and gets that last touch to throw off Wonder. That was a nasty goal, but you've just got to wonder, is it too late? It seems like it. Only 17 seconds left on the clock. Savage down by 2. They need a goal right now.
We did see them score a kickoff goal in game 1 to make it really close, but you feel like they needed that touch. They have to score with time left on the clock. And Kronovi playing it close to himself, wastes so much time. That's going to do it. Soon as the ball touches the ground, Rogue will win the very first match of DreamHack Leipzig.
And a sweep as well. Rogue coming in. Kronovi, the big roster move, replacing Prime Thunder. Wonder, you can see there. These guys, they had question marks around them. Gibbs listing off all the losses that they had, but now in the first match of DreamHack Leipzig, they get the W. AJ was a big part of that. AJ, absolutely insane.
He killed it. He killed it 100%. And if you're Rogue about those question marks, well, now they want to start answering them. And you can't answer it any better than they did in this series. 3-0 sweep is exactly how you want to start your Leipzig run and make a statement heading into this next RLCS season that this team's here to play.
Is AJ going to play that well the whole time? Like, where was this AJ in the last season of the RLCS? This version of AJ is incredible. I've not seen him play this well.
I mean, Rogue struggled in the WSOE qualifiers. They couldn't make it through. And if AJ played like this, you gotta imagine they would have made it WSOE.
I mean, it's the very first match of the tournament. That flip reset was gorgeous. That was a gorgeous goal.
Absolutely. So Rogue winning the very first series of Leipzig. Savage, it's a little bit of a struggle for this team right now, but I think they'll figure it out. They're a team that can easily bounce back.
It's first match of the day, right? You're playing on stage, first match of the day. There's going to be nerves there. And Alpha, Gibbs was saying he plays on a laptop. If this is his first time having to play on a desktop computer, I mean, it's a lot of changes for him, right? And he's a very young guy, whereas, Rogue, they come out swinging. And it was a gorgeous play from AJ. He was the man in that series.
I'm curious what our boys on the desk think, because I know that Gibbs, Dredd, you both were so high on Rogue coming into this. And you know what? You're right. You're right.
Yes, well done. I have to hand it to you.
Hey, it's 2019. I'm not guessing anything. It's over. No more guessing.
And I told you, I'm just relying on the beginner's luck here. Riding it through as the new guy, just I don't know any better. Sometimes it falls on my lap here.
So that's my secret. I just followed his lead. Like, he picked Rogue. I'm like, he's probably going to be right because he's that new guy coming in.
Yeah.
But Rogue,
so you are guessing.
like, that was a tough series, though, for both teams, I felt like. We felt like it was only AJ playing exceptionally well.
Yeah, it's kind of what I heard Jorby talking about. He's like, Rogue starts to answer some of the questions. One of the questions I think Rogue has answered is, congrats, you can score a goal on a team that uses 80 boost to hand you the ball and then go on a free attack on offense. So, great.
You sound a little upset there, Chiefs.
It's a little salty.
Just watching the entire series, I just watched Savage over and over and over use so much boost to do absolutely nothing with the ball.
And that was the biggest justification you kind of had early on, was not only maybe boost play, but then also, you know, the teamwork play. And it just didn't feel like it was maybe on that kind of 1-2 punch that we expected from Savage, correct?
0 team play goals. They only had solo goals. Like, Devo had a couple solos, like one off a kickoff, and Bluey had that solo dribble.
Yeah.
Literally no passing goals at all from Savage. So they have to fix that going in to their next series coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, it's actually tougher, too, because they're going to have to play the loser of G2 and Veloce. So, 2 tougher teams than Rogue, at least, like, according to seeds. So, they might not make it at day 1 at this point.
Not easy, for sure.
Yeah, this tournament, you know, much like pretty much most tournaments that you compete in, it doesn't really get any easier. As time goes on, it's usually set up to be a little bit lopsided. You might whittle your way into a little bit more competitive batch down the line. But really, for the most part, it just kind of gets harder and harder for a lot of these teams here, as we're just still waiting to be able to look at a couple of the plays that happened over that last match. I mean, here we go as we take a glance at some of them.
I'm going to guess it's an AJ highlight.
I was going to say, AJ's probably a big name we find throughout a majority of these.
Yeah,
so.
this goal from Devo was actually really nice because he boosts for the aerial dribble, but then he stalls for a really long time, so everyone thinks he has no boost left. Then he uses that last bit of boost to get that extra tap.
And again, this whole sequence that happens from Rogue earlier on, that's early on in the series, and it's just Savage on defense just scrapping. Like, they're slow to the ball, nobody's in position at all, and they just absolutely crushed them because, I mean, you do shots like that as well. Why not?
Gorgeous flip reset there from AJ.
And no surprise here, we got ourselves a little guest here up from Rogue here coming down the line. And already coming off a pretty hot victory over that last series. We were talking a lot about some of the synergy with you guys as a roster, maybe not having as much success as of late for how big of a name that you guys are here. But you came out swinging. What was the magic sauce here today?
We just had a lot of confidence in ourselves. You know, we just wanted to make sure we stayed focused on our rotations and stuff. Kind of zone out everything else and really focus in on what we need to get done. We got it done.
So my question is your selection process. You kick off Prime. Was Kronovi the guy when you kicked Prime, or did you have to look around for a while to pick up Kronovi?
He actually kind of fell into our laps, to be honest. We had looked at a lot of different people, and they all seemed to, fit fairly well. Mm-hmm. And then we heard that Chicago was going to be going to G2. So we're like, who are they dropping? And we heard it was Crow, so we immediately tried him out, and it just clicked.
So you come out with a solid win against Savage, obviously, Wonder, and you look ahead now, you start to talk about a little bit about Cloud9, and you already obviously have some idea about how Cloud9 approaches the game. So how are you feeling now that you guys have had a couple of weeks to really iron out some of the kinks that you guys were experiencing when you first got together?
We go back and forth with them in scrims a lot, but we have a lot of good results against them, so we're pretty confident.
Okay.
All right, well, Wonder, it's going to be cool to be able to see that kind of advance onward and see what you guys have in store for us here. With the success there, do you feel like that's going to, help with the confidence for your roster going ahead? Do you have any other tournament or teams that you're looking forward to play or maybe avoid as you move throughout the tournament?
Not really trying to avoid anybody in particular. Definitely excited to play Cloud9. They're always just fun to play against because they're so quick. But I'm sorry, can you actually repeat the question?
It was just mainly, are you looking out for anybody? Like, just, I want to play them, or we probably want to avoid them. So,
Not in particular, to be honest.
Okay, man.
Good. Feeling good.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best way to approach it there. Anyone and everyone here for Rogue, as they already took down themselves Savage here. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we do, in fact, come back, we have ourselves some more Rocket League and some more actions down the line.